Hey everybody, welcome to Mountain Made Creations. I'm Jill and I am so excited for today's DIY. So if you are watching this on Facebook, comment below, let me know you're watching, let me know what you think about this craft, and let me know where you're watching from. Also, if you're catching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. So with all that said, let's get started. Okay, so for today's craft, oh my gosh, we are going to be making this cow head door hanger, and this came from Magnolia Design. I will post the link below in the comments after the live for the cow head and the stencil that we're going to be using. So what I did already to prepare so we wouldn't have to wait for this to dry is I went ahead and painted it, because this is what the back looks like. It's brown, and actually I'm going to create this one so it can be used, so we can decorate this side also and have a two-sided door hanger. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do on this side, but for today we're going to do white. I painted this using the folk art chalk paint in white Adirondack. This came from, I usually buy all my folk art chalk paint at Joann's because they have the best price. It's normally $7.99, but they always have it on sale, so that's where I get this from. Also, I'm going to be using some black Magnolia Design ink, and the reason I'm using ink is because my chalk paste dried up and all I had was the ink. So we're going to use the ink, which is fine. You can use that on multiple surfaces. Normally the ink is heat set, so it's permanent, and you normally use it on fabrics, things like that, but we can use it on this. It's perfectly okay to use it on other surfaces. So we're using this. It's called, the color is Coal Black, and it's Magnolia Design ink. And we're using this stencil. It is the cow pattern stencil by Magnolia. I usually make a lot of my stencils using the Icon Art system, but today I'm using the Magnolia stencil. It's just because I thought it was cute and I went ahead and bought it. And so we're going to be using that on the cow head. Also, we're going to decorate this part up here, and we're going to be using what I'm thinking is a piece of felt, just a piece of felt to glue everything on. Some magnets. These are little round magnets. You can get these at Dollar Tree. I could not find them at mine, so I got these at Michael's. And it was a huge pack of them. But you got to make sure they stick together, because one is going to go on the felt and one is going to go on the flowers. Or, I'm sorry, it's going to go, good grief. The magnet's going to go on the cow head and then on the felt, so that it sticks on it with the magnets so that you can remove it and then do the other side. So if I could get my words out. So we're going to be using that. We're also going to be using some flowers. I think I'm going to be using these. These came from Michael's. They were on sale, I believe 40% off. I have some red ones, so I'm not sure which color I'm going to use. Probably this, but I won't know until I get it painted with the cow spots. And then we're going to be using this also in between the flowers, or to give it that kind of country look. And what that is, let me just show you. That came from Dollar Tree, and it is a luau skirt. So this came from Dollar Tree, but I'm going to cut it and use it kind of like raffia, but I just like the way that this looks. I think it'll look really cute on the cow head, so that's what we're using for that. I did have some of this lamb's ear. I don't think I'm going to use it, but I have it out just in case. This came from Walmart. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sand this a little bit with some 400 grit sandpaper. And I'm just making it smooth so that the stencil sticks down to it good and there's no bleeding underneath the stencil. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let me put this down a little bit. I hope you guys are having a great day. You guys, have y'all seen how big the guineas are getting. We moved the baby guineas out to the big birdhouse this weekend. As if you don't know, I started a little guinea farm for pest control. We got 3 adults and 19 babies, and we raised the babies under a heat lamp, and we turned out the babies on Saturday in the big house. Now they have their little box they were in. They're big. The guinea babies are getting really big. So we put them out in the big guinea house. We haven't introduced them to the adults yet. We're slowly training them how to get used to everything, but it's been an undertaking. It has been so much fun. I have learned so much about birds that I had no idea. So I'm just gonna go over this with the sandpaper just to get down any imperfections, make it smooth so that the stencil sticks to it really well. I have been so excited to do this little cow. I love the cow head looks. I've seen some really creative ones, so I'm still trying to figure out what to do on the other side. It's not going to be the traditional black and white. It's going to be something totally different. It may even end up being leopard. Who knows? All right, so I think that's pretty good. I'm going to wipe that off with a towel just to get all the dust off. All right. And I just painted it with this kind of brush with the Adirondack white chalk paint. Let me wipe my hands. And I just painted this a couple hours ago. Almost got a little black on there, but that's gonna be all right. And you guys, I am so excited to get started with fall decorations and fall crafts. I can't wait. Okay, so before I put the stencil down, I'm going to do what you call fuzzing it, because this is a surface, a wood surface. Their stencils have a lot of adhesive on them. So these are reusable stencils. Sorry, I should have told you that. These are reusable stencils. They have like a mesh where the paint goes through, like a screen, like screen print. And you can rinse these, wash them out, and reuse them. And they're good for many, many uses. So their stencils are pretty sticky. So what I have to do is fuzz it, is what they call it. And that is just to get some of the stickiness off, because it will stretch if it sticks too much to the wood surface. And I've had that happen before. And then I have a tub of water back there to put the stencil in until I can get in there and wash it, because you don't want your paint to dry on the stencil. It will not. It'll ruin your stencil. So on the Magnolia stencils, it has the care on the back. And these are really good stencils. I really like them. I like using these when I don't use my own that I create from my icon art. What's different about these and the icon art stencils is these you just dry face down, and then once it's dry you put the backing on it. On the icon art you do it the other way. You put the backing on it and then let it dry. So I'm going to write on the back of it what it is, and that also lets me know what side to put the stencil on, because if you put it on the wrong side of the backing sheet, it will ruin your stencil. So that's why I write that on there. This is just a fuzzing cloth that came from Magnolia, but you can use your jeans, you can use an old towel. You want to use something that doesn't have any lint on it, because the lint will stick to your stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here and pull it off, put it on several times to get some of that sticky off. And this is a bigger stencil, so they can be challenging to work with. You just don't want it to stick to itself, because I've done that before, and it's hard to get it apart, and it can stretch the stencil. So I'm just putting it on here, and then I'm going to pull it up. Now when you use their stencils on fabric, you don't need to do this. Only on a hard surface like wood or glass or anything like that, you would want to fuzz it to get some of that sticky off, because it sticks really, really good to those surfaces. So that's why you want to kind of get that stickiness off of there. so I'll do this several times. It's pretty sticky because it's brand new. I haven't even used it yet. So you want to get that sticky off of there so that it doesn't stretch. And I just got it stuck to it. Okay. So I'm going to do this several times because it has a lot of sticky on it, which is a good thing, but you just want to be careful when you pull it off your surface that you don't stretch it. And you don't want it to stick to itself either. And you can do this on, like I said, on anything. You can do it on your jeans or whatever. It's a little challenging when you have one this big. So it's easier just to use a towel or something. And these are really good for fuzzing. You can also use this to dry your stencils. So this is what you call fuzzing. And the Icon Art stencils, you don't really need to do this. But on the Magnolias, you do. But their stencils are really good. And they last, if you take care of them and you rinse them out and get that paint out, they last you a long, long time. And they might look ugly, you know, they might get stained or whatever. It's still perfectly fine. You can still use them over and over again. And I'm just doing this right much because this stencil is so big. It's going to be challenging to get that off of there. And I don't want it to be stuck so tight that it's hard to get loose. Because I really don't want to stretch it because this is such a cute pattern. I'll have to post some pictures in the group of the guineas. They are something else. They're so sweet. Even the big ones are doing really well. They've been, I put them out now. They stay right around here. They learned really quick. And my dog, she is just obsessed with those birds. She loves to go see the birds. She's been sick this week with some digestive issues. Hopefully she's on the mend. I really get stressed out when she's sick. So, all right, so now this is fuzzed pretty good. I'm gonna bring this back over here and I'm gonna try to see, I'm not gonna stick it yet. I wanna see exactly how I'm gonna lay it down on here before I actually put it down. I wanna make sure I get everything covered pretty good. All right, so I think I'm gonna do it like that. And you can pick this up and put it back down if you need to. That's the really good thing about these stencils is you can place it and pull it up wherever you need it to be. All right, so now I am just going to put it down. I'm gonna rub it down to make sure it's down really well. Hopefully there's no places where that ink is gonna get under. So the ink is going to go down where the white spots are. And I hope it does not bleed. Hope I got the wood soft enough or smooth enough. Okay, so let me show you what we have. So here's what we have so far. So I have the stencil down on the cow head. Now we're going to put the ink on there. And I would normally use chalk paint, but since I let mine dry up, which is not a good thing to do, but I'm going to use the ink because it does just as good. So I'm using a squeegee and the black ink, and this is just a little stir stick that I'm going to stir it with. And let me grab a paper towel. Hang on one second. All right, so this is so fun working with these stencils. So this is just what the ink looks like. It's just like black paint. This is what I use on shirts, but you can use it, like I said, on any surface. If you use this on fabric, it needs to be heat set, unless it's not going to be, you know, around any water. So I'm just going to get some, and I'm just going to smear it around on the cow head. And it doesn't take a whole lot. So we'll start with that and see how that goes. I hope I have you down far enough to see. All right, so now I'm just going to go over the stencil where I put the paint with the squeegee. And you don't want to go over it a lot because it'll cause it to bleed. So try not to go over it too much. And you don't have to go over it real hard either. You don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on it. I'm just putting some on the squeegee, and then I'm just going to go over it. But a little bit goes a long way. And I'm barely putting any pressure at all on this. And the only thing I'll do is go back over it to get those lines out where I have gone over with the squeegee, it leaves those lines. I'll just go back over that. And then once we do this, I will sit it under the fan to dry, and then we'll fix the top of it, and then that's it. It's super easy. These little cow head surfaces are I was so excited to see when they got these in. I love the cow head decorations, especially living up here on the mountain. We don't have cows, but we live on the mountain. So I'm just spreading this around, getting it in all the spots. And then I'll go back over and get all the lines off. And you can use, you can put any kind of pattern on these cow heads. It doesn't have to be the cow print, but I just think it is adorable. I would really like to have some cow print ribbon. And I think that Hobby Lobby, I think I saw some there. So I'm going to have to make a trip to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is about 45 minutes away from us, so that's why I don't go there a whole lot, because it's out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to go and try to get all the lines out, and I'm going to break back in the container what I don't use. That way you don't waste any. And I'm not using any pressure. I'm just clearing up those lines as best that I can. And then we'll pull it up and see what it looks like. And I hopefully it doesn't bleed. But let's take a gander. It's going to be challenging to pull this up and hold it down. There we go. And these stencils, you can lay them back down, which is a great thing, because you can, if you pull it up slow, and you can see if you missed anything, and you can go back over it. Oh, this is looking good. All right, so I'm gonna pull up here. I'm just trying not to stretch the stencil. This is how sticky it is, even after we fuzzed it, which is a good thing. I mean, you want it to be a good, you want it to stick pretty good. Yikes. All right, now I'm going to put it in the tub of water face down. That way that can be soaking while we do the rest of it. But you guys, that is adorable. Oh my gosh. Let me get the black off my hands and I'll show you how stinking adorable that is. Now I can fix that one black spot. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm probably going to do that. Let's see if I have a brush that I might be able to fix that. Or I stuck my finger in it. And I don't have my glasses on, so. Okay guys, so I got a little bit over here, which I can probably fix with some white paint as well. But look at this, how cute is that, you guys? That's adorable. Now, you see where I did mess up right there. I got some black on the white, but I can paint over that with white. But I'm gonna set this in front of the fan to dry, and then we will start on the headband, or the decorations for the top. So hang tight. All right, so while that's drying, let me wipe off this squeegee and put it in the water. Nice. I'm just getting paint everywhere. So now comes the fun part. The decorating it. That's my favorite part. Okay, so I'm just gonna rake that ink back in there. The lid back on that. And I'll put the link to the Magnolia stuff below in the comments once I get off the live, if you're interested in checking any of that out. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use this black, let me raise you back up a little bit. I'm gonna use this black felt, and I'm just using the felt to glue down the flowers to it. And it's no certain size, I just made it like this. No specific rhyme or reason. And I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna see what these look like. And I may do 3 of them. And we'll see what these look like. I think these are gonna be really cute. That is gonna be adorable. Now let me get my cutters. I'm gonna cut the backs of these off. I don't know, the red might be prettier. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think we should use white or red. And sometimes I can't see comments, so if I don't respond back to you, that's probably why. So I'm gonna make one of each, because I did cut another piece of felt just in case. So we're gonna make the red and the white and see which one we like best, because it's only gonna take a second to make. And also, if you use these magnets, if you have little ones and pets, please make sure you keep these up where they can't get to them, because if they swallow these, it's really, really dangerous. So just make sure if you use these, please don't leave them out where your little ones or your pets can get them, because if they swallow these, it's not going to be good. So just putting that out there to be careful. And I'm just cutting the back off so it'll kind of lay flat. Can y'all believe that tomorrow is the 1st of August? It is crazy how fast time goes. Okay, so I was kind of thinking, like, I wanted to use some of this. So let me see. And you would never think about using this stuff as decorations. I wouldn't. I think it's a really cute idea. So let me just see what this looks like. We may not use it, I don't know. But let me just see what this looks like. I think that would be kind of cute. All right, so let's glue that down onto the felt. So I'm just going, and I use Gorilla Glue glue sticks. So I'm just going to put some hot glue on here and put down the little luau skirt. Now make sure you use finger protectors because it is really, really hot and it will burn you. So I'm just going to lay that down, get that on there pretty good. I'm going to have to put some where it all sticks together. Okay, now I'm going to glue down the flowers. Oh, I think this is going to be really cute, you guys. So let me do this one first. So I'm just putting some glue on the flower and gluing that down on my luau skirt. Oh, what's going on with my glue gun? And you'll have glue strings everywhere. Alright. That is adorable. Alright, so now I'm going to glue on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the magnets on like this. So that when well, my flower has stuck to the tablecloth. There we go. I think I kind of missed some of the felt on that one. I think I need another piece of felt back there. So let me glue another piece of felt on top of that. Didn't quite get it big enough, or I didn't center it right or something. So let me cut another piece of felt. And this is just felt that I bought at Joann's. You can get this felt anywhere. You can get sheets of it at Walmart or Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. Everybody sells the felt. And that's Lucy Bug, because she hears me. And she's feeling better, so she wants me with her. I'm glad to hear her barking, because she's been pretty sick this week. Alright, so what I'm going to do, let me make sure I don't, if that's too big. I'm going to trim it up. because I don't want to be able to see any of it. Okay. All right, so there's that. All right, now let me show you what we have so far. So we have this so far, and then I'm going to glue the magnets on, and then I'll bring the cow head over here so you can see that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down the magnets on this, like that, and then, because these come apart, and then once I know where I'm going to put it on the cow head, then I'll put the glue on here and just flip it over and glue it down. It's much easier to do it that way. And then you can just pull it off or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is put some glue on the magnet, put it down where I want it. This is how you make it where you can use it, use that cow head reversible. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's what we have so far. We have the magnets glued on the back. Now let me grab, okay, let's see. Let's do the red one real quick because we may want to use the red instead of the white. So let's do both. Let me cut some fabric because I have lost my white one. And you guys, if you are following me, you know probably that I have a little online boutique called Mountain Breeze Boutique. I would love it if you would go check it out. It's just brand new. I'm still working on my website, but it should be up and running really, really soon. Hopefully this week it's going to be going. Right now I have some graphic tees. I don't have, those are not on my website. Those I get from a supplier and then I ship those to you. The website items will be drop shipped to you directly from the supplier. So if you're interested in any of that, go check out Mountain Breeze Boutique. All right, so let's glue down the flowers. I really like the red. That might really pop for the black and white. Oh, you know what? I just forgot to do the raffia, or the grass skirt. Let me get some of that. That's probably too much. This stuff is so neat. It's kind of easier than the raffia. It's really similar. Alright, so let me get that glued down. And always be careful with hot glue. It will burn you something terrible. And if you are interested, go join Jill's creative side. It's my private craft group. I do some giveaways over there, so go check that out if you're interested. So let's glue these flowers back down. I'm gonna make sure I'm not all right. This is gonna be so adorable. So let me know what crafts you're working on. Have you started fall yet, or are you still doing summer? Let me know what you guys are up to, what seasons y'all are crafting in. I'm so ready to start fall. I love fall. I used to not really be a fan, but if you're a crafter, you're gonna love it. All right. I'm really liking the red, you guys. That is so cute. Okay, so I'm not even going to trim that up yet. I'm going to wait until I get the cow head over here. And I'm going to wait before I put magnets on this one, just in case we don't use that one. So let me grab the cow head. Hang tight. Hopefully it's not really dry yet, but it's getting there. We can still check it out and see which one we like the best. But the ink dries a little bit slower than the... Oh my goodness, that is adorable. All right, you guys. Here's the white flowers. Super cute. And then here is the red. I think the red makes it pop. I don't know. What do you guys think? The red or the white? I don't know. How about we just go with the white? And then we can always change it because we have magnets. I just stuck my finger right in some black ink. I don't want to get that all over everything. Okay, let's go ahead and do the white. And I'm going to trim a little bit of that felt off because I think you can see it. Okay, so now all I need to do is kind of mark where I want the magnets to go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the hot glue on the magnets that are on here, and then I'll stick it down. It's much, much easier that way than trying to do it the other way. I hope I got that even. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry really good before I try to pull up the magnets because I don't want to pull the paint up. So let's trim up some of his raffia. This is so cute. You guys have to try this. Let me know if you are going to try this because I would love to know what you come up with. The paint, see that ink is still wet. Let me get a toothpick and get that up. Okay. Y'all, that is adorable. Let me just show you what this looks like. How adorable is that, you guys? And how easy was that? That was super, super easy. Okay, so what we can do is we can hopefully pull this up. Yes, that worked. Okay, so you see we have the magnets still on there. So what we want to do is if we want to use this, then we just take our little flowers, plop it right on there, and you're good to go. And so now we can do the other side if we want. And we can do the same thing on this side with the magnets to change the headdress. So it just comes right off. It's super cute, you guys, and so easy, and it's reversible. So this is so, so cute, you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to pull this off just so I can let that ink dry more. And then I can fix up the mess up over here, and then she's done. And I might like spray over it with a clear acrylic to protect it, make it shiny. But yeah, super cute craft, easy, fun, and adorable for your door. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to try this. I'll definitely put the link in the comments below. So let me know what you're going to do if you're going to try it. Let me know what your project ideas are. Post a picture of your finished product. You can post that over in Jill's creative side in the small private craft group. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a fun day being with you guys. I hope you have a great week ahead. It's a brand new month, a brand new week. It's gonna be awesome, you guys. So make it a great one, okay? So you guys take care, and I will see you guys soon.